but Arcane is... I genuinely can't wait for Season 2 of Arcane. Like, it hurts me to have to wait. Yeah, Shauna, it's rough. Like Shauna was saying, like, Taffy, please take care of yourself. And I appreciate the sentiment, and I would like to very much. My big hang-up really is... as long as this contract exists, and I'd like this contract to exist for, like, I don't know, 20 more years? But as long as this contract exists, there's no way for me to take, like, time off. There's no way for me to take time off without putting myself in a situation like I did in November. Where it's like, okay, well, I had a very restful... Well, in this case, I didn't. I had a very chaotic and busy first week of November. Ooh. I had a very chaotic and busy first week in November. Which then led to an incredibly chaotic last 3 weeks of November. So there's no way for me to take, like, extended periods of time off without having to backload or front load the rest of the month, you know? I guess if I straddled the end of a month and the beginning of a month, it wouldn't be so bad. But at this rate, all I gotta do is make it through June. I would be low-key delighted but shocked. I'd be low-key delighted but shocked if they re-up my contract. Mostly because the person who helped me bring that contract together was Noah and Scintilla, and I just lost Scintilla as my partner manager, so I currently have no partner manager for the first time in my streaming career, which is a real bummer. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I genuinely was hoping that guy would pay out with a nickel. Oh my. Pound of flesh. Coins would go towards devil deals. And we would buy shop items with our health. Nah. I want to. I think that would be very cool. But I don't think that's the play. No Nut November? Nah, I'm not like 21, so I don't take part. I am far past, I think, the age of being pressured into something by some sort of like hashtag. Arcane had me speechless and low-key weeping. What an insane show. It was a beautiful show. It was very much a bridge, but some of the lore that went into it was super interesting, plus the effects and the monsters were bananas. It was good. It was thoroughly enjoyable. I enjoyed Witcher Season 2 very much. Are they not going to assign you to a new one? Probably not. I genuinely would like that very much. But I would also kind of be surprised if it happened. Oh, I don't have any bombs. What am I doing? I think I'd like to get Keeper's Sack out of this if I could. If nothing else. I'd love to be alternating between getting hurt and picking up the Bloody Penny. But I don't know exactly how you pull that off. I guess let's put it this way, Shauna. There's a part of me that's pretty nervous about the fact that, Twitch was content. Twitch was content to let Dr. Lupo and Tim the Tapman walk away from the platform. And I know that I am not Dr. Lupo or Tim the Tapman. That said, I'll work for a song. Comparatively, right? Like, you want Taffy, you can absolutely get him for a fraction of the cost of a Dr. Lupo or Tim the Tapman, but... I actually... Can anybody tell me, like, does anybody remember the last time that they heard Like, can somebody pluck a tweet from recent memory where Twitch says that or where somebody says they re-signed or re-upped with Twitch? I genuinely don't know. I genuinely don't know whether or not they're doing contracts anymore after this. When was the last time somebody remembers seeing, wasn't it Mercs? Like Nick Mercs was the last one I remember seeing? I feel like Nick Mercs was the last time I remember seeing somebody announce that they got a contract on Twitch. A new partner rep. No, I don't think so. They've got almost 60,000 partners at this point. They've got almost 60,000 partners at this point. I just don't think that they can... I just don't think that they can continue to sustain, I don't think it's sustainable to tell every partner whether they're active, inactive. I know some partners who have gotten their partnership, the push to partner, and then as soon as they got partner, they instantly started engaging in bad streaming habits and went back down to like 10, 11 viewers, 5 viewers, 10 viewers from like, you know, doing what it took to get partner at 50, 60, 70, 100 viewers. And then once they got it, they were like, well, I don't want to play this fucking game anymore, and they just go dick off. There are other, other partners who have been inactive for years and years. And so I think Twitch is just at a place now where, like, Brizzy doesn't have a partner manager and hasn't for a while, and he grinds his ass off. So I just think they've reached a point where they feel it's illogical to believe that every person's going to have a real-life person point of contact at Twitch. McLaffy Taffy is the Eugene Levy of Twitch. Accurate. Happily accurate. Yo, Kai. Good morning from Idaho. We had this conversation, but we had it years ago. Which part of Idaho, without doxing yourself too bad? Unless you live in the town of Kai Vena, population 1. You're just like, I made my own town. It's at this address. We got a handful of Idaho viewers here. The old, my old stomping grounds, the Gem State. Yeah, speak of the devil. Salmon. There we go. Fuck me, really? Salmon? Gotta see if that's the place that I'm thinking of. I genuinely think it is. Yeah, it is. yeah, it is.
This is the story
I've been
of
to
the newest
Salmon.
denizen of the cave.
Not only have I been to Salmon, but I really fucked myself up on a mountain bike in Salmon, Idaho. Or maybe it was Stanley. Oh, it might have been Stanley. I'm thinking of Stanley, just down the road. I say just down the road. It is miles down the road, but... Yeah. My apologies. I have not been to Salmon. I've been down the road to Stanley, and in Stanley, Idaho, I fucked myself up on a bicycle so bad. Well, on a mountain bike. Laser, tier 1, 8 months. Thank you so much. I was out there with Simon. My old buddy Simon and I were out mountain biking. And I went down a hill just on the edge of town in Stanley. And by the edge of town, I mean there's like 30 buildings there. So I was away from the 30 buildings. We were on this like ridge line. And I went way too fast down a hillside. Sweet, I'm super happy that I purchased, Keeper Sack. Ugh. Maybe. I lost control going down this hillside, went ass over tea kettle. The bike rode me halfway down the mountain. I tacoed the front tire. Simon was like, yo, do you need me to walk you back to the place we're staying? And I was like, nah, I'll just carry the fucking bike back there. I'm a big dumb idiot, so I'll carry myself back there. And he said, alright, cool. And I walked back to the place we were staying. I scrubbed out my wounds. I got like gauze and whatnot applied to myself. And then a few minutes later, Simon walked in, just covered in fucking road rash. And apparently he was on a series of switchbacks going down the mountain. And at one point he just missed one of the switchbacks. Went off the trail, front tire hit a gopher hole. And he ended up racing his... He also ended up racing his mountain bike to the end of the mountain. And once he and the bike stopped moving, he had also irreparably fucked up his wheels. And, very sadly and somberly walked himself back to the place we were staying. You feel that Twitch may see the value in your channel. I'm sure those left are hitting their coffers harder. I mean that's the angle I'm gonna take, Kamai, for sure. That is certainly the angle I'm gonna take, is that, like, you know, I have been nearly flawless with my performance metrics. Neat.
Bad trip.
I've been nearly flawless when it comes to my performance metrics on this contract, which I've been told to speak less about. But there are metrics. I have nailed them all, with the exception of one month where I was close but no cigar. But I genuinely can't remember the last time somebody said, I just signed a contract with Twitch. It just feels like they're not... It feels like they don't want to do them anymore. I can't really put a finger on why, other than I just haven't seen people talking about them in... With the exception of them not being... Like, with the exception of, like... You know, Twitch lets Lupo and Tim go. And Ludwig. Yeah, Chaos, that one felt reasonable. You know... I struggle with trying to keep, like, affordable things on Throne. Whenever I put things on Throne that don't cost triple digits, they have a tendency to get purchased up pretty quick. So I felt like with all the talking we've been doing about, about cooking, a nice little Gordon Ramsay cookbook wouldn't hurt nobody. Ah, Kamai, thank you so much. That's nice of you to say. Maybe he should have walked you back, then you... I mean, like, you know... He and I weren't dating. I didn't feel abandoned by him. He's not my dad. Like... I didn't... It was beautiful countryside. We were there to mountain bike. There was a part of me that was like, of course my dumbass fell off my bike. You know, like I was kicking myself. And the last thing I wanted was for him to feel obliged to cut his good time short, because he was an avid extreme sports person. Like, he was a big air snowboarder, mountain biker. Like, he really... I was only there because he wanted me to come hang out with him on one of these trips. And the last thing I wanted was for him to have to cut that trip short. The last thing I wanted was for him to have to cut that experience short. To help me nurse my fucking boo-boos, you know? This room feels like it was worth it. Sorry, chat, what were you saying? I couldn't hear you. I had 20 Nick Cage paraphernalia items suggested to my throne. Nightmare fuel. His new movie looks like a trip. Gummy Python vetoed again. I'm not letting you guys send me fucking meme items. Because first of all, Chaos, you're not going to be the one who buys that for me. Your meme recommendations are here, champion, you buy this. And for something like, you know, a 55-gallon drum of lubricant, or a, whatever, 20-pound gummy python, here, Taffy, you throw this away for me. I'm not letting you buy something. I'm not letting you assign a carbon footprint to something. A worker in a shop somewhere pulled a lever that manufactured a 20-pound gummy python. It then had to be loaded into a truck and driven using non-renewable fuel sources. It had to be packaged. And then it shows up and I go, oh, it's a big gummy snake. Snap picture for social media. Snarky comment about python thing. Right into the garbage. Right into the garbage. Do all that for a tweet. At least with the milk chocolate dick that Bree sent me, I still tried to eat the dick, you know? I fulfilled my dad's lifelong prophecy for me, especially after the theater degree. And I desperately tried to eat the dick. But unfortunately, the dick did not taste as good as I wanted it to taste. It was a surprisingly waxy dick. It was not nearly as sweet as I'd hoped. Don't worry, Taffy, real dick's the same. I mean, like, I've got one, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have to imagine too hard. And any person out there, man, woman, or otherwise, who's willing to take a mouthful of dick is nothing short of a fucking hero in my book. They are like, listen, we started off talking about the chocolate dick that Bree sent me because her shit talk is next level. But the thing that bummed me out, like, you know, I didn't get like weirdly homophobic or anything about it. The thing that bummed me out about the chocolate dick that she sent me. So if you guys don't know this story, back during the first-person shooter days when Bree and I were playing a lot of shooters together, at one point, she and I got real up each other's ass about something. I don't remember what it was, but we got real up each other's ass about teamwork or communication or something. And Bree got real fed up with my shitty attitude, essentially. So a couple days later from Amazon, a package showed up. And it said like, you know, Eduardo's Fine Chocolates or something like that. And I was like, oh shit, dude, one of my viewers sent me chocolates. That's crazy. I love good chocolate. And you open the box, and inside the box is an anatomically correct molded chocolate dick complete with veins and pee hole and balls. And it's just about the right, like, average size. And on the inside of the box, it just says in big letters, eat a dick. Love, Caliverse. And my disappointment with that was that it was really low quality, very waxy chocolate because they didn't want it to melt in transit. So they weren't like genuinely concerned about the chocolate tasting good. They wanted very badly for it to look like a dick and to be able to withstand ups and downs in temperature. Yeah, Ollie Queen, it was quintessential Callie. She literally got so upset with me that she went onto Amazon, bought me an anatomically correct chocolate dick, sent it to me, and the inside of the box said, quite affectionately, eat a dick. It has pores. No, it genuinely, you can tell that is lovingly crafted. Some model had to at least get himself semi-erect. Some model had to get himself semi-erect so that they could cast his penis in a mold That is clearly somebody's very photogenic dick. Nice little Fight Club dick pic added to YouTube. Yeah, that is totally molded off of some dude who I'd like to believe that's semi-erect, because if it's not semi-erect, then that's flaccid, and I'm an embarrassment to my gender. Let's just speed this up a little bit. My clapback to Bree was at a time where I couldn't crack a $500 joke. Code Crusher of all people. Code Crusher of all people goes, "Hey, how bad do you want to get back at Bree?" And I was like, I don't know, pretty bad, I'd say. And he goes, "I have an idea for you." And I said, "What's that?" And he sent me a Japanese waffle maker. And the waffle maker is either Japanese or Chinese. The waffle maker was like an 8-mold waffle maker that made little waffle dicks. And he said, if you get this for Bree, she can choke on infinite dicks. And I was like, oh, this is brilliant, but I can't spend $500 on a joke. Maybe now I would. I probably still wouldn't. But my response back at during that Christmas season was going to be to send Bree simple observation. I do not feel as well rested as I feel like I should feel after a day off. Oh, rat bastard had me pinned in a pretty big way. Did the Persona 5 display thing ever come? So, I will say this, like, we'll see where Throne goes. Obviously, there's some things that Throne does that I'm a huge fan of. One of them being that you can order stuff from not Amazon, right? But the stuff that comes from not Amazon or Etsy does take a while. The order's been placed, and I'm willing to bet that the rest of the displate stuff. So the first displate thing that was ever ordered was Geralt with Roach by Champion.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
And that came like last week. So I think a big glut of displate was ordered after that. And I have to imagine that, like, it was ordered and then processed. It was ordered, Jesus, that's a lot of Eternal Hearts. It was ordered and processed,
Pretty fly.
it was ordered several weeks ago, but processed like last week. Anything that's not Amazon or Etsy has to be hand ordered by them. So, I bet you it'll be here by, like, January 1, January 2. Oh damn, Joe to Nikki, don't die and then let your cat eat you. Alex, tier 1, 54 months. Thank you so much. Yeah, Throne's a trip, but it has more. It has more of the functionality I desire. So I'm excited. Excited to be involved with them. Hashtag not sponsored, but I am a Throne partner now. Thanks to how apeshit y'all went in the first week that we were on there. Talwin, good morning. Yeah, what's funny, Rusty, is that the first part of the nuts.com order, so there are two things that Rini found from there that are, maybe not Rini, maybe Rini did one. So Rini found one that was Santa's pants. It was Santa's pants. Like his like holly jolly suspenders, right? That were to be filled with like nuts and fruit and all that jazz. And that one got ordered first because the message was eat pant, and it was a seasonal Santa Claus themed thing. That one got ordered first, and the nuts.com sort of selection of nuts and fruit was delivered second, or was ordered second. But holy shit, dude, chat, I'm so fucking off my rocker today. The collection of stuff from nuts.com that came was the second thing ordered, is what I'm trying to say. That's it. That's the complicated thought that I'm struggling to express right now. The Santa Pants thing is a bit of a trick to explain, because it makes it sound like you're like, oh, Santa just keeps food in his pocket and asks you to reach for it. Like, no, that's what perverts do. This is literally a bowl that is made to look like Santa's pants and suspenders that is meant to be filled with all the same stuff that came with the second order. The second order was just a box of really good snacks. Really good winter snacks. But the really good winter snacks came before the Christmas-themed package came. So, what was ordered second came first, and what was ordered first, I still don't have any notification that it's on its way. So it's kinda... It's kinda anybody's guess. It's kind of anybody's guess when and how. I don't know what the method is for stuff being ordered. All the hand-ordered stuff that doesn't go through Amazon or Etsy. How's your boy feeling? My son's high risk, been home since March 2020. Today's his first day back in person as he's fully vaccinated. Amber and I were talking about that a little bit earlier today because we are still, as a family, in a quarantine setting because Rory was exposed to COVID last week at school. They sent us home with a test, but today's the first day we can do it.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
Today's the first day that we can do the test for Rory because they wanted it to be administered after the full incubation period had gone by. If he is COVID negative, and I think Amber's gonna double mask and go get some rapid tests for the rest of us. But if Rory is COVID negative, we still have to quarantine until Wednesday. But the boys all seem fine. Amber and I feel fine. We're just being overly cautious and making sure that we're not being asymptomatic spreaders. My boys are fully vaccinated. Amber and I are vaccinated and boosted. So it is a matter of respect for other people and a matter of caution, an overabundance of caution. I don't know.
Friends till the end.
Perks. Tears Up is amazing. Luck down, I don't care. Horf exists.
Horf.
Holy cat. Tier 1, 21 months. Thank you so much. What does Pandora's box do here? A boss room item and 2 soul hearts. I feel like when one of my items gives me stat increases for when one of my items gives me stat increases for purchasing things in the shop, I should try to go back and look for any money I can find on the floor, which included in that instance going to the secret room. We are very strong. I didn't even see what hit me. Dude, if that had been telepills, I'd have been super pissed with myself. Well, glad we opted to leave here with the IV bag, because suddenly the beginning of floors are very important. Muy importante. Don't mind if I do. We're getting little stat increases every single time we do that. Come on, dude. I can't do it. I'm sorry, buddy. I have a strong affinity for you, but a lot of my worth as a character in The Binding of Isaac on this run is tied to my purchasing power. Yeah, at least I've been very... It was inadvertent, but I realized it the first time I said it. That is a bilingual pun that I'm very proud of. ¿Dónde está la llave? La llave está aquí. That is a bilingual pun. Genuinely, inadvertently, very pleased with myself on that one. I wish I could tell you I did it on purpose, but I didn't realize it till after I said it. Atomic Crops is fun. I like Atomic Crops. Hey. Atomic Crops is fun. Did I get paid to play it that one time? I don't think I got paid to play it. I think they gave me a key, and I was just so excited that Clara was talking to me. I say Clara because I've watched too much Doctor Who. At that point in time, Clara Sia was working to distribute that game to content creators. She strikes me as somebody who is good to know in the industry, so I was very much trying to please her. She's still somebody who's very good to know in the industry. But at that time, like, I felt very outside looking in. So when she furnished me with a key, I was just like, I'll do whatever you say, just like me. So I think I ended up playing a day of Atomic Crops that week. Hipster Prince, greetings and salutations. There's no such thing as too much Doctor Who. I didn't understand, like, honestly, I was on my phone a lot of the time. I was multitasking, doing things like pulling together meal plans and tending to my social media. I didn't understand almost anything when it came to... God almighty. I didn't understand almost anything when it came to the most recent, like, Halloween special. The last little 6-episode arc that they did. I had almost no fucking clue what was going on. I feel like Chibnall got irritated with people saying like, hey, we need you to reference more of the old school Doctor Who. We don't want you just inventing all your own new story arcs and villains and all that jazz. You gotta reference some of the source material. And he went, oh yeah? Oh yeah? Do I need to reference some of the source material? I'll reference all the fucking source material. And then he referenced all the source material. Like, literally all of the source material. He's like, here's every single character who's ever been in Doctor Who in a 6-story arc. And I had no fucking clue what was happening. Honestly, I don't remember how it ended. I genuinely think I fell asleep during the climax. I was so bewildered by what was going on that I just kind of checked out. Yeah, Ollie Queen, like, I'll be excited to see, what was it, Davies? Davies will be back in the pilot's chair in a couple of years. New doctor, new showrunner. Well, old showrunner, I guess. God damn, he almost got me with that one. Yeah, they're bringing back Russell T Davies after Chibnall's gone. Genuinely might re-roll. Oh, you know what we do? I'm okay with monstrance. I like monstrance okay. And then we're gonna get 2 more Angel Room items out of this place. We're plenty fast. So we can dodge this Mamma Jambo. Yeah, the showrunner, the showrunner and the writers really let old Jodie Whittaker down, man. She's a fine actor. I've seen her in a lot of things I've really enjoyed. Broadchurch was exceptional. Well, the first season was. The second one was okay. The third one was like, Jesus Christ, how do you wring a 3rd season out of this? But yeah, she was great in Broadchurch, which was also Chibnall. But man, yeah, the writers and the showrunner just took way too long to figure out what in the fuck they were trying to do.
Hair throw.
Sure, what the hell. Yeah, I think we just go. Season 2 of Good Omens is exciting. It's hilarious. He said ages ago he's never gonna be the showrunner again. Well, I think when push comes to shove, he's probably in a spot where he'd rather not see like his crowning achievement get canceled. So he'll come back and try to save it. Uh-oh, cardio coin. Significantly easier when it magnetizes itself to you. I like Linger Bean just fine. This cardio coin, I was gonna say, this cardio coin's going for ages. Goodness gracious. Let's go left first and clear the floor. Excuse me? Oh, right. I was like, where are my tears? Right. We're sword lads now. Whoops. We're very bad sword lads. Well, I keep trying to get hit. Lunk, is that you? Luck down, range up. Luck down, range up. That's the way I like to fuck. Alright, let's get out of here. I don't feel compelled to play out this demon beggar. Fuck. I don't know that I have it in me to... I don't know that I have it in me to, like, try very hard to, dodge bullets up close. Oh, man. Yo, could that please be the bomb-through room? That'd have been way too convenient. Oh, I guess it wouldn't have mattered. Does range actually affect sword length? I don't think so. I don't think so. God, I'm gonna end up having to go back to that demon beggar. That sucks. Pretty fly. I guess Gish is pretty good here. We do occasionally find ourselves hitting something and slowing it down enough that we don't end up taking it on the chin. We don't end up taking it on the chin trying to lunge in for a sword attack. Ugh. Well, thank God we've kind of made the angel rings work for us. Those mini pins have been the source of a bunch of the damage that's been done to us. The only thing that can hit us is stuff we can't see until it's under our feet. I'd kill for flight. I guess, man.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
Well, the sun card's good because the sun card means that demon beggar, that'd be the stingiest demon beggar in the history of mankind if it doesn't pay out. Mr. Clean, tier 1, 7 months. Thank you so much. I might murder him. Whoops. For the increased deal chance. Alright, let's start the walk back. 7 months of dodging bullets with Taffy. You make my workday infinitely better. Halo joke. Thanks, Mr. Clean. I appreciate it. We should, according to Glitch, be wrapping up Halo in the next day or two. I think we mostly just have story quests, like storylines left. We've done most of like the little cleanup things that I want to do. Which means in the next day or two we'll start Miles Morales because it's Christmas time. C-section would be amazing. I'd be very happy with C-section. I don't know where that would possibly show up. Listen here, world's most stubborn demon beggar.
Rage up, tears up, health up.
You will pay out, by God. Go! Dude, are you serious? I was gonna say. Leviathan, there's our flight, so it ends up being worth it. I was about to be super pissed. Gulp! Let us flee. This is in the rock station. I don't understand. Never again. Never again. Maybe I'll go metal. Gizmo, what's going on? Welcome. Jay, welcome as well. Thrilled to have you here.
Isaac!
Fun. Vanty Killer, welcome back. Michael, sword devastatingly strong. Greetings, friend. Welcome. Huh. Well, that's full mapping, which brings me joy. I do like getting the holy card.
Judgment.
Oh, you little rat fuck. I've made things interesting. Ooh, it's already gone. All right, well, we're gonna slow our roll a little bit here. We're gonna go look for a couple of red hearts, I think. Ice, good morning. Oh, regen would be good. Neat. I don't know exactly what I'm looking for here. Live spiders would be good. Well worth the time invested to come up here, I think. definitely looking for red heart health.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
Lollincopter, Prime Gaming, 13 months. Lollincopter. Very much appreciate the support. Taffy, how was your weekend? It was one day. Oh no! It was one day. I am very impressed with my ability to fit 3 days worth of time off into 1 day off. But it does make for kind of a manic. It does make for kind of a manic day off. Like even my day off is generally pretty scheduled. Unfortunately, so like I sleep in, which is the most important thing. That can take me anywhere from sleeping in can take me anywhere from like 7 o'clock in the morning to almost noon. Yeah, I suppose so. I think we'll just get out of here. Just happy to have the health. But yeah, sleeping in can take me anywhere from 7 to noon, depending on how late I go to bed on Saturday. I give myself until noon to be lazy. That's my lazy day off, is the 2 or 3 hours that I'm awake until noon. And then between noon and dinner is my getting shit done around the house day off. And then after I cook dinner and help Amber put everything away and get the boys to bed, I have 2 hours of getting myself prepped for Monday morning. That's generally how every day off goes. So it's like it's literally as though you're taking 3 days off. It's literally as though you're taking 3 off days and sort of shoving them into one. I'd love to have a full day to do any one of those things. Anything special planned for this weekend, either stream or at home? So I was saying that my schedule I think looks like this. I unfortunately feel like I have a very busy week ahead of me. I was going to do my Yule log on Thursday, but I forgot that I let Noah talk me into doing a charity D&D thing on Thursday. He also asked me if I wanted to put it on my channel, and I was like, brother, I appreciate your hustle to put me into things, but I don't know any of the people involved in this except for you, so no, I'm not going to put it on my channel. So the Yule log can't happen on Thursday, so I think the Yule log has to happen tomorrow. Hello? So I think the Yule log has to happen tomorrow, which means I need to spend tonight figuring out... Oh my god. Which means I have to spend tonight figuring out tech on that. I have to grab those NDI cameras and go through a lot of the same troubleshooting stuff that Justin and I did before, and maybe even have to wrangle him in to see if he could help me make sure that it all works. So tomorrow night potentially could be our Yule log stream. If I don't do it tomorrow night, I don't know when I do it, and that's problematic. Wednesday we'll be setting up for Thursday. I think I'll have to make a D&D character, which I've never done before. The only other D&D character I've ever used has been handed to me. I think I'm quite alright. And then I think what I'd like to do on Saturday is I clearly won't like stream a normal stream day, but I think I might try to stream making Christmas dinner. But that also means pulling down the mounts and the tripods and securing everything with gaff tape. And then making sure that like all those NDI cameras, I'm pretty sure have static IP addresses. So it makes me think that within my
range up.
It makes me think that within my OBS settings that those scenes will be hardwired to whichever camera they were hardwired to for Thanksgiving, which is going to mean juggling and reconfiguring things so that if I do exactly what I did on Thanksgiving, I have to make sure it works. So tonight is setting up for Yule Log tomorrow. Wednesday is setting up for Thursday D&D charity campaign. I don't even know which channel that's going to be on. I just said yes to Noah and I forgot about it until he was just like, so on Thursday, and I was like, Yule Log, and he was like, D&D campaign, and I was like, oh shit. And then Friday's a regular stream on Christmas Eve, and then Christmas morning I'll take off so that we can open presents, but then I think I'm going to try to stream making Christmas dinner, which is going to be, if I get everything, because I can't leave the house because I'm in quarantine, so I need to go to Wegmans on Wednesday and get the ingredients that I am missing from this Kroger pickup today. Medium rare beef tenderloin with a white wine, cream sauce, and mushrooms, Brussels sprouts with bacon and garlic and a balsamic reduction, and Duchess potatoes. And I figured I don't owe you guys cooking streams, but I feel like I owe you cooking streams because obviously there's been a real good reception for that. People have really seemed to have enjoyed it, so I feel like I owe you cooking streams. And I feel like Christmas Day I want to stream, but I don't want to come sit up in my office, so that feels like a real good way to do something I was going to do anyway, and also get to be around y'all on Christmas evening without sitting up here and like trying to shoehorn an Isaac stream in or something. It's weird.
Holy card.
Did you get your tests back? I hope everyone's okay. Rory, according to the school, can be tested as of today. Rory, according to his school, can be tested as of today. Even if he comes back negative, though, and I don't know if this is the school or the CDC or what, or a combination of both of them, but even if he comes back negative today, we have to continue to quarantine until day after tomorrow. If he comes back positive, obviously that's a whole different bag of cats we got to deal with. But yeah, this is this inadvertent exposure that he got at his school. Win, lose, or draw kind of straight up cost us an entire week. Ooh, what are you? Neat.
Health down.
You're both Leviathan and Seraphim. This has been a nutty run for sure. It's nice whenever there's a run that I can just kind of forget about what's going on in the background and just play the game. Because it frees me up to just talk to everybody, and I like that, obviously. I don't think I'm gonna go to the other curse room. I think I'd rather just hold on. Well, do you know what direction you want to go into with your D&D character? No clue whatsoever. I've given it zero thought. I agreed to this, and I don't regret agreeing to this. Except it seemed much easier to agree. Oh, I don't have any bombs. I don't need that. It felt much easier to agree to doing something for charity with Noah when it was 3 weeks away, you know? I don't have any bombs. I have bombs. Yeah, it was much easier. It was much easier when it was a long ways out. And now that it's like right here. All I've gotten really was an email saying like, hey, welcome aboard everybody. See you on the 23rd, and I was like, oh, okie dokie. Yeah, Mr. Clean, that continues to be like the thing that I keep trying to ground myself with, is that like, obviously having a week plucked away from me at a point in time where I wanted to see Spider-Man, at a point in time. Oh god, health down was the last time that I did that. I thought it was the holy card. Yeah, it's inconvenient to have a week plucked away from you, but I have to keep reminding myself that people have lost loved ones to this. That is obviously way more emotionally impactful than like, oh man, I really feel put out. Like, I had plans this weekend. It's like, oh yeah, my parents are dead. And I'm like, all right, you win. Ryan, I don't think so. We're under quarantine, and so Rory was exposed to COVID last week at school. And they gave him an at-home test, but they don't want the at-home test administered until after the incubation period is over. So today is the first day that we can actually administer the test to him. So we've just been sitting at our house, not doing anything for the last week or so. And then today we administer this test, which, like, Amber has to call into a lab and have, like, an administrative or a lab assistant actually walk her through what to do. Like, she has to get into essentially a Zoom call with a lab and have the lab walk her through what's supposed to happen. It's not like the other lab tests that I've taken, or I'm sorry, it's not like the other rapid fire tests that I've taken where you know, we go up to CVS, we get it, we swab our nose, we stick it in the fluid card, and it tells us yay or nay. So it all hinges on, did Rory bring COVID home from school? I mean, we could go get the rapid fire test, but it won't matter because Rory's the one who had direct exposure to it. And we can't give Rory the test until... today. So Amber's gonna administer that test to him today with the help of some sort of lab assistant. And,
Yeah, sure did.
we are very strong.
Someday, Bumbo, lucky Bumbo, someday the Bumbo is a bad Bumbo. He got coin.